in your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. And your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smooth. What is up, guys? What's cracking? You already know who it is. It's Alicon, the Concept House, and I am in your house. And of course, we're here to talk about professional wrestling because that's what we do. We come here, we have a good time. You guys catch a vibe, we catch a vibe. We talk about this thing that unites us all, and that is professional wrestling. And guys, it's Friday. Congratulations. You guys made it through the week, and that means you made it to Friday. And when you make it to Friday, that means things have to get extreme. And when we get extreme, y'all, you already know how it goes, because I gotta bring in, yes, I said I gotta bring in the educator of extreme himself, the voice, Josh Joseph. What's up, man?
How goes it, everybody? How goes it, household? How are you doing? Window Lickers, what's up with you? Jones, I see you in the chat. Viking Storm, we see you, and we appreciate all of you joining us. And like House said, it is fucking Friday. You had a shit week. It's time to get extreme with your boys here. Let's fucking go.
Yes, sir. The voice, Josh Joseph, is ready to go, and so am I. Guys, you already know it is Friday, which means, yo, we're about to get extreme. We're about to give you our ECW Watch Along series. That's right, you sons of bitches. It's time to get that work once again, and that's exactly what we do. So I'm going to give my man here, my co-host here, opportunity to give you guys out there what we are watching. Give you guys the minute mark and whatnot. Make sure you where you need to be at. It's going to be on Peacock, y'all. That's where we're watching it at. So that is where he is going to be giving you that minute mark. And I'm going to throw it over to the educator of extreme himself, the voice, Josh Joseph. What do you got for us, man?
All right, fans, we are diving into a epic feud between Jerry Lynn and Rob Van Dam. Now, this is a match that happened because of another match. Jerry Lynn actually won over RVD. The ref raised his hand, said, "You are the winner, Jerry Lynn." But it was a draw. And Jerry Lynn, being the competitor he is, asked for 5 more minutes. Rob Van Dam came in and beat that ass. So this is the continuation of it. This is the next chapter of that feud. It is on ECW Hardcore Heaven on your Peacock network. You want to go to the season 5 of Hardcore Heaven. It should be $19.99, and your timestamp is 1 hour, 20 minutes, 52 seconds. Again, that is 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 52 seconds. Go there. You will see Jerry Lynn standing in the ring alone, and you will be excited for what you're about to see. This is a fantastic match. I'll get more into it the further we get ready to go into that in the second half of this episode. But this is a fun match, guys. You are going to love this. House, you're going to love it. I know you love a good Jerry Lynn RVD match, and this is a great one.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this one, man. This is going to be, soon as you told me this is the one that we were going to be doing this week, I was like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm locked in. I'm already locked in because I know the bangers that these two have had. They're legendary. So, like, I'm excited for this one. This is going to be fire. Yeah, that's going to be great. But it's so I want to keep it with Jerry Lynn for a second, man. Just specifically with him, okay?
Okay.
And the reason that I say that, voice, is because I started thinking to myself, man, and I know you feel the same way. We were kind of talking about it a little bit before the show. Jerry Lynn had all the tools. Everything.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. You are correct.
And I mean this with all due respect. I mean, like, it just doesn't seem like
with everything that he had in his arsenal, like everything that he can do as a wrestler, as a personality and whatnot, how did he not take off? I don't. Is there something I missed there? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is something, because it seems like he had it all, and it just I'm sure you ask him, he's gonna say, "Listen, I'm happy with my career." You know, like he's worked. You know, he's still working in wrestling today with AEW, I do believe. Last I remember. But I'm sure he would. I'm sure that he would say that he had a great career. But like me personally, seeing the work that he can do and the work that he puts on, it's like I respect that for sure. But like I wanted to see you in bigger places personally as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying, because it's been a question that a lot of us have had. Like, how did he slip through the wrestling world's fingers?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who could put on exactly what RVD could put on, if not more. I mean, there was some matches Jerry Lynn actually became the crowd favorite. And it's exactly what Jones is saying here. He was undervalued.
Yeah.
And I believe that full-heartedly, because Jerry Lynn was a talent that let's just say it, his moveset was fantastic. He had the ability to really mimic and expand upon what RVD was setting forth with his styles.
Yeah.
And he had the look too. Like, Jerry Lynn was built for a mid-card WWE run of the late 90s, early 2000s, and it would have been fantastic, because he could give you that traditional mat wrestling that we grown so fond of. I mean, I could literally watch 30 suplexes in a row and be completely entertained. The suplexes, if you're putting on an indie promotion, fuck the super kick. Let's just do suplexes the whole match, and you got me hooked. You got my money. I'll even tip extra at the end of the show. But this is the biggest mystery I've had in my mind since I've started watching wrestling. You know, what, why, how, everything with Jerry Lynn. Where, why is he not today? Like, why is he not being a GM somewhere? Yeah. Why is he not on TV still? I like Jerry Lynn. I like what he brought to ECW and federations, because I believe, like you said, he's a AEW.
I believe he's an agent there. Last I remember.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks like he's still a agent there. And, you know, you got to love what he's bringing, because he is bringing in talents.
Yep.
We may not all like exactly.
We're hard on him, man. We're hard on him, man.
Look at this. Jones broke me with this. Voices of Tucker. What does that even mean? What are you even saying, Jones? The shenanigans that our hypocrisy Jones throws out there, I don't even know. I don't know what lane he's going down. But we're in the Jerry Lynn lane. And like what you're saying, I mean, right there. That was with Amazing Red. Yeah. And I know you've heard me say that name multiple times.
Yeah.
That dude was phenomenal, and put him in a ring with guys like Jerry Lynn, of a veteran experience, who can calm down a match and make your moves look even more dramatic. Look at this shit. This was one of my favorites of his.
He was such a clean wrestler.
He'll just drop him. Oh yeah. He was very clean.
I mean, look at him doing work. Honor. Now he's with AEW. And so I want to be, I'm sorry, I just have to say this because I want to be clear. We're sitting over here looking at his work and looking at his time in wrestling, and it's like, the way I'm saying it makes it sound like he didn't have a great career. No, I'm saying, what if he would have been on the trajectory that like Malenko or Benoit or, you know, Guerrero were on? What would his career have been like if it would have went that route? Because honestly, look, he's had a great career, but I'm just looking at like, what if the world would have took notice? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. What if the world would have seen what we seen when we were watching Jerry Lynn as he was doing these things? And honestly, I don't know, because to me, Jerry Lynn, if you're going to mark anybody on the ECW roster, like, to break down what actually happened in their career to where they couldn't make the likes of a Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and all those guys. So he would be the guy I would say that's my guy. I have to know what happened to Jerry Lynn. Everybody else, I've pretty much heard the stories. I've heard why they chose not to go a certain route and why a company chose not to choose them. But Jerry Lynn just seems like a very big mystery to me. He's one of the most more compelling mysteries.
Yeah, that's the interesting part, because when I'm looking at it and I'm looking at all these moves and everything, I'm just thinking, what if something would have happened to where, like, he went with everybody else to WCW, during that transfer, which of course they ended up with that amazing WCW cruiserweight division. What really brought me personally into wrestling was just watching that WCW cruiserweight division. That was amazing, and it really opened the doors to the wrestling that we see today. But what if he would have took that route? What if he would have went further? What if he would have been the one with the Radicals? What if he would have been in the front row? You know what I'm saying? With Malenko and or Benoit and Saturn and them. What if it? I'm just saying, what would have happened if his career would have really took off? And I was so curious about that. I went ahead and for our AI generated segment, I went ahead and entered it in there. Yeah, man. So we're gonna ask, and we did ask AI, what would it be like if Jerry Lynn's career took off? Now, ladies and gentlemen, just like last week, Voice doesn't know what I'm about to read. I don't know what I'm about to read. We're just about to go ahead and read it. And once we read it, we're going to break it down, and we're going to see exactly, what we're thinking, what the thought process is and whatnot. We're gonna do what we've been doing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start reading it off, and once I start reading it off here, I'll stop. Pretty much like last time, break it off a little bit, and then we'll discuss and we'll talk about it, and then boom, 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 we'll go ahead and do that, and then boom, ECW Watch Along. Sound good?
I love it. I love these AI segments. I think they're a really cool ingredient to this recipe we're cooking up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with that, man. And we're about to go ahead and chop it up right now because we're about to get it started. So, if Jerry Lynn's career had taken off in a major way, he could have been one of the top stars in mainstream wrestling during the late 90s and early 2000s. Lynn was known for his technical wrestling skills and had great matches with a variety of opponents, especially in ECW, where he became famous for his feud with Rob Van Dam, of course, what we're about to watch. If he had been given a bigger platform and more consistent pushes in larger promotions like WWE or WCW, he might have been recognized alongside talents like Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio as a revolutionary figure for cruiserweights and technical wrestling styles. What's your thoughts on that?
They're speaking everything that I've thought. Yeah, I mean those are exactly thoughts I've had of Jerry Lynn when it comes to this. He had the ability of all those guys that were spoken of, and honestly, now that they mentioned it, to see a legit feud between him and Jericho back in the day, oh man, that would have been epic. That would have been fun. I would have paid so much money to see that. I would have tried to see them wrestle at least once live if they would have ran with something like that. Even Dean Malenko, I think, would have been a great match just because of the respect both men have for mat wrestling and actually being a true entertainer inside the ring, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to me, Dean Malenko, even though he didn't have exuding personality, he knew when to ham it up when the crowd demanded it. So I kind of like it. I love what they're saying with this. I kind of see exactly what they're starting to create with this question we asked.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's crazy because you talked a little bit about Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko was always like one of those very serious guys. And like you said, he didn't exude like charisma or anything. But you know what? When I found him, he was the Iceman. That's when I found Dean Malenko. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I could see you being the Iceman because he's just like ready to go. Like you can't, like it was a freezy type focus, bro. Like he was definitely the Iceman because you couldn't see, there was ice in that man's veins. When he would come out, he was there with a purpose. And like, that's when I found him. I was like, I like this guy. He's dope. So.
Oh yeah.
That was always
the man of 1,000 holds.
Yes, man. Yes, most definitely. All right. We're going to go ahead and continue this because here are a few things that might have been different. Number one, bigger role in ECW. If ECW had stayed more financially stable, or if Lynn had been able to get more exposure outside of just his matches with Van Dam, he could have become one of the cornerstone stars of the promotion. This could have led to him being a bigger name in the indie scene even after ECW folded.
I really don't know how to feel about that one.
What do you think? What do you think? I want to hear it.
Well, the indie part, like, here's my thinking with Jerry Lynn. He made a name for himself in the indies.
I was gonna say he's a star in the indies, bro. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like, I know that anybody, like most wrestling fans, when they see Jerry Lynn is wrestling somewhere in their local area, they're like, oh snap, Jerry Lynn. Like, let's not play with Jerry Lynn's name like he's not an indie legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, he made a name for himself going against a very young CM Punk when they feuded each other, and that right there was a great learning experience for both of them. Because the veteran Jerry Lynn coming in, he gets to learn what the new era was doing at the time, and CM Punk got to learn under Jerry Lynn. I'm not exactly sure how many matches it was with them, but I do know that I remember reading in those magazines back in the day, those two tore the house down. Oh, hell but young CM Punk did that with a lot of people he got to go in the ring with.
Man, that's why we see the CM Punk that we see today, because at a very young age, he always worked with those really deep cut indie guys. And like, I don't know, CM Punk's journey is just such a unique journey. I know this isn't about CM Punk, but it just got me thinking, like, his journey in wrestling is just so unique, like with the people that he worked with and came up with, and the time that he had in WWE before he left the company, his time in AEW. It's just crazy, man. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like, to pull it back around, like Jerry Lynn, I'm not saying he would have had a career like CM Punk or something like that. Not even the same time frame, but like maybe more like a Dean Malenko, maybe, at best, maybe like a Chris Benoit-ish type run or something, like make him the technical, guy or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like somebody who's like in that ruthless aggression era where the more, like, let's face it, like those indie-ish guys, they were starting to really get traction, like the Guerrero and the Chris Benoit winning in the same night in WrestleMania. Like that was a journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people feel that, this and that about Chris Benoit. I feel that. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the fact that he came up in the ECWs and the WCWs, came up in that big company and became a top guy. And I'm like, I'm not saying that's exactly what Jerry Lynn needed, but I'm saying that, to me, that was the potential that was there, a possible, like, at the lowest, at the lowest, you're like a Dean Malenko. No disrespect to Dean Malenko or anything like that. But capping out, you're like a Chris Jericho or, you know what I'm saying? Or like a Chris Benoit or like an Eddie Guerrero. Like, you really found yourself, because we don't know how his development would have went if you would have went to, you know, if you would have went to WWE. Because look, Guerrero was an indie guy, and then he became, you know, Latino Heat. He figured out something that was marketable, that he can be himself, and like, hey, I got the wrestling down. I've been wrestling for all these years. Now I've got a character that people relate to. We don't know that wouldn't have happened for him, or those opportunities would have came to him.
No, you're 100% on that. And all those guys you named, I mean, honestly, it's the whole spectrum of the mid card through that era, because you go from the one extreme of like Dean Malenko. He was perfect in a ring. Yes, his charisma, things like that. That was, when he did it, you could tell it was manufactured, and you could tell that wasn't his strong points, but he was capable of pulling something off. And then you go into Chris Jericho, and that right there, yes, there were some mistakes in the ring that happened, but he was good. Jericho was sometimes flawless in matches, but his character, the way he presented Chris Jericho to us was on a different level. It was more about the theatrics, the annoyance of what a Jericho can bring to you. Y2J, I mean, he defeated two of the greats in one night to become the undisputed champion. I mean, there's not much you could really say. I mean, there are bad things you could say about Jericho, but we won't. We'll just keep moving on forward with it. But again, it bringing it back, it's all, that's the thing. Like what we said at the beginning, Jerry Lynn had everything. It seemed like he had all of that put into one person. I mean, when he did a promo, and it was especially against RVD, I felt for Jerry Lynn. I would be, as a kid, I was like, man, when's it going to be his moment? When's he finally? Why is Rob Van Dam such a dickhead to Jerry Lynn? He's so good, you know. But you know, you learn, you understand what shows and what stories they're trying to put in your face, and the underdog story just fits so perfectly with Jerry Lynn. So yeah, I agree with everything that you just got done saying about that whole mid card era, and you could have plugged in Jerry Lynn to any promotion in that mid card, and he would have been a champion within months of joining up with that promotion.
Yeah. It's like Hype said earlier. He said Lynn was undervalued. That's what it felt like, man. And like, I once again, like, if there's something that I don't know, y'all can alert me. But like, it just doesn't it's crazy to me. So like, we'll move on here. Number 2, WCW Cruiserweight division. Lynn would have fit perfectly into the WCW's legendary Cruiserweight division. Hell yeah, he would have. And if WCW had given him a major push there, he could have been in the mix with guys like Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero. If WCW had put the spotlight on him in the way they did for these talents, Lynn could have been a big part of the Monday Night Wars. And I'm going to get your thoughts in a second here, Voice, but I want to just say, for you guys out there that's listening, I did not read this. I just made all these comps with Guerrero and Dean Malenko and yada, 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 and I did not read that. So, like, we're on the right timeline here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, if this stuff would have happened for him, he would have been on a different trajectory, and that's exactly what we're discussing right now. So, Voice, what do you think?
No, I agree with you on that, and I agree with what AI came up with, because honestly, if I'm going to use my mind and my knowledge of what I knew of WCW growing up in that specific era, because that's my claim to growing up in wrestling, I really think the luchadors and Jerry Lynn would have.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be careful with what I say, but I think they would have gave more WCW number 1 weeklies to WCW with just Jerry Lynn against the Luchadors. I mean, just picture him against La Parca or Hoovy.
But
Jerry Lynn and Hoovy together.
Juventud Guerrero that'd be a match, bro. That would be a match.
It would be. And it would be fantastic too, because here's another thing in that era. You could have had so many triple threat matches and it would have been perfect because every one of them would have worked like a perfect puzzle together. And we would have, I don't know, man. I kind of think the cruiserweight division would have been something more that other promotions would have fought for.
Yeah.
To highlight more.
Yeah.
If you insert somebody like Jerry Lynn to that era, if I ran a promotion, I would want to highlight cruiserweights. I would want to find me a Jerry Lynn.
Bro, could you imagine Jerry Lynn in his prime in this day and age?
No.
Bro.
Because he would just, it would be so, I don't think Ricochet would be sitting on the sidelines of a WWE. I'll tell you that. I'm going to be 100%, and I'm not just throwing his name out there because it's relevant. I mean, think about it. You would have Jerry Lynn being able to cover all of the imperfections of a out of the ring Ricochet in a promo, because Jerry Lynn would have been able to give him something to actually hold on to and like work off of, because he's another guy who comes from that era. And I guarantee you look at Ricochet and ask him, hey, tell me what you thought of Ricochet when you were, or of Jerry Lynn when you were growing up. And he would probably tell you all, maybe I'm going to say 20 to 30 minute long speech about what Jerry Lynn showed him, what he learned from just watching Jerry Lynn. Because you know, if you're out there and you don't know ECW, you may not know Jerry Lynn's name. But if you did watch ECW, you know Jerry Lynn's name, you know his legacy, and you know exactly what we're talking about. I mean, before we didn't even know, like, I know Howse has said it multiple times now, but we just type in, and then Howse tells me what he typed in, and then we wait until we start rolling, and we're spot on with AI on this.
It's
like
crazy, right?
Verbatim, what we were talking about is exactly what AI is spewing out.
Yep. And I'm loving it. This is, and it's great because it sparks such a great discussion, and I really enjoy it. So, you know, we talked a little bit about him working with, he would have been in the mix with guys like Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, who guys from that era and that were on that trajectory. There's all those names we named off, and even the more have had great success in the wrestling business, and a lot of them cut their teeth with ECW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, why? You know, that's my thing. Is like, what happened there with Jerry Lynn? But we'll move on to number 3 here, and we'll continue this conversation. In WWE, Lynn did have a brief run and won the light heavyweight championship, but if he had been given a better character or more storylines, he could have become a standout worker. During the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era, a character refresh or pairing him with other major stars could have elevated him into mid-card or even upper mid-card status. What are your thoughts on that?
I disagree with one part of it, and it's the character change. To me, Jerry Lynn didn't need a character change, but lining him up with, let's say, a Kurt Angle and having him in a stable with Kurt Angle, because Kurt, knowing of Jerry Lynn's mat wrestling abilities and also his high flying abilities, you put him in there with a guy like that. I mean, fuck, even the APA. Have him as a smaller APA dude.
Oh, that would have been cool. Okay.
You know, I could have, because you could even have him even trying to talk to the guys, maybe not being so violent on people. And then people are like, wait, this is Jerry Lynn, the same dude who tornado DDT Rob Van Dam, and we all thought Rob Van Dam was paralyzed. That guy, he's saying maybe don't do things, you know, so you get that aspect of it. But ultimately, you cannot. Guys like Jerry Lynn, you can't just change up their character because they would be like, hey, Rob Van Dam, we're going to change everything about you. You're not getting Rob Van Dam then. Right. and it just, we seen it with Taz. I mean, just go back in time with Taz, and like we were told, why am I drawing a blank on it? Bill Alfonso. We were told by Bill Alfonso that it took, because I asked him about Taz, and he said it took 4 to 5 character changes before Taz understood who he was as a wrestler and what he wanted to present to the crowd. Yeah. And then we got this amazing badass. And just like Heyman said to Vince, you took Taz and you made him a fat commentator sitting on the sideline. One of the most feared men in wrestling. You did that to him, Vince.
Cold stuff.
And I know that touches home with you because you're a huge Taz fan.
Yeah, you know I love Taz, man. I love that guy. Everything that, like, he's... And just like, for me, mainly, it's just hearing the man talk about the damn business. Like, my God. Like, if there's any new listeners that haven't heard this before, I'll say it again. And if you longtime listeners know, you know, Taz is what got me into podcasting. He made me want a podcast by listening to his podcast. Like, his podcast was the best shit. When he was doing talk radio, he did amazing work. Like, I know he's doing commentary again with AEW, and that's awesome. But hearing him talk about wrestling on the Taz show was just a vibe, man. It got me through many shitty work days.
Yeah, I agree with you. Taz, he has a heart that's unique. It's the same with like listening to Tommy Dreamer talk about ECW specifically. Yeah. You see the heart, you see it's easy to connect with guys like that.
Yeah, for sure. It was. I always thought he was cool, but Jerry Lynn was great too. So they're talking about basically like the character refresh or pairing him with other major stars could have elevated him into mid-card or even upper mid-card status. Not so much the character change, but yeah, pairing him up with other major stars, maybe protecting him in a stable and whatnot, and giving him opportunities to be a part of a stable. Because we see it now in today's WWE that stables are so important now to what they're doing because it gives purpose to everybody. They're not just rolling out there. Everybody is representing somebody. Everybody has somebody's back in a crowded locker room, and it makes all the stories intertwine. You know, we've seen pretty much the rebirth of the stable in the last, 10 years, whether it be, the New Day, or now we're seeing, the Bloodline, and now we have the Judgment Day, who's become such a major faction. We have the Wyatt Six, and then we have, American Made now, and then we have the Family and NXT, and we have Chase U, and there's just so many, that are there. And I know I missed a few Damage Control and whatnot, but they're all there. They're all there. And if you would have put him in a stable like that and give him reason to be on TV, we know he can wrestle, but let's give him a purpose and give him a reason to be on these. Because look at what happened. For example, look at JD McDonough. Ain't nobody give a damn about no JD McDonough match before he was trying to get into the Judgment Day. But he can wrestle. He's a great wrestler. So now he's got a chance to be in the Judgment Day, and now he gets a chance to show those talents and tell stories while he's doing it because he's part of that group. All I'm saying is if there would have been a situation like that where he could have done like what you said, be like the third member of the the APA or something like that, to give him a purpose, something to give him direction and be able to give him a reason to go out there and wrestle his matches and be able to see his genuine talent, then maybe he would have blown up more. And that much I do agree with.
Yeah. I mean, you said it perfectly there. Honestly, the more we talked about it, I'm just thinking they could have done what ECW did with RVD and Sabu and made Jerry Lynn and RVD a tag team. Yeah. I mean, Sabu and RVD fought each other, and then they would come back and they would do a tag match together. Yep. Yeah. So there was multiple things to do. So the more we talk about Jerry Lynn and the whys, it's still leading more. It's still leading to more whys. How did you let this talent just dwindle away? I don't get it. I just don't get it, Howse.
Yeah, hearing it, it's just all weird. So we're gonna continue though. Number 4, technical wrestling influence. Lynn's matches were always about storytelling in the ring, and if he had been given a larger platform, he might have been seen as a revolutionary figure in helping blend high-flying moves with technical prowess. He could have influenced a new generation of wrestlers, much like Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart did. Wow, those are two heavy comps. Heavy comps. Wow.
Wow. We might get banned for those comps, man.
Wow.
That's like fucking with the Godfather right there.
My God. AI came shooting on that one. Okay, so he was unique in the ring for sure. I do want to say that. And
yeah.
I can see, I'm going to say this, I can see where somebody who has that fine eye, that you can say that Lynn could wrestle a Shawn Michaels-like match. I'm not saying he's Shawn Michaels. I'm saying that he could probably wrestle a Shawn Michaels-like match. What do you think about that?
I agree. And I also agree on the other side of the coin. He can run a technical style match that is a la Bret Hart.
Yeah.
And I mean, here's the unique thing though about Jerry Lynn. You get both of those in one match with Jerry Lynn. You get that technical style, then you get that high flying style, and it meshes into, I believe, what we've seen evolve in wrestling in the past 10 years. Yeah. Because I mean, just out of looking at what we were watching earlier, those were I think 32 of Jerry Lynn's top moves that he used in the ring.
Yeah.
And a lot of those, if you look at what's happening today, they mimic a lot of what was there, like that spinning backdrop pile driver thing he does. I don't know why people were like, yeah, go ahead and do that to me, Jerry. That sounds like a fun time. Like, it looks so devastating, but I mean, like I've heard in many stories, he takes most of that. They don't even take any of it. It just looks devastating. He takes most of that on his lower back, and it just looks devastating. Or Rob Van Dam was really high when he was talking about it. But either way, it was entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, man. So many questions, man. So many questions as far as Jerry Lynn. Because it seems like you were just describing, the move that he would do and he would keep him protected. That's a fantastic wrestler right there. If you can make it look clean and protect your partner, then, bro, you got it. That's it right there. Make it look good and protect your partner. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And I don't know. It's crazy to think, once again, like I said, maybe I'm not digging deep enough into the why, but, like, I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But number 5 here, legacy as a wrestling icon. If Lynn's career had taken off, his influence would have been broader, and we could be talking about him as a Hall of Famer for major promotions. He'd be remembered for not just his wrestling, but as someone who helped elevate the entire industry with his work rate and passion for the craft. This could have opened the door for him to be a mentor, agent, which he is, or a trainer for future stars, continuing his legacy even outside the ring. Lynn had all the skills to be a huge star, and with the right timing and opportunities, his name could have been in the same conversations as other technical legends in that era.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. Because, I mean, I've said it multiple times in just this episode. Jerry Lynn's technical ability in a ring is phenomenal. Here's the thing. If you've never seen a Jerry Lynn match, basically Jerry Lynn and RVD were moveset counters to each other. Jerry Lynn had movesets that countered everything that RVD was able to do and run through the ECW roster with. And then all of a sudden Jerry Lynn hits the stage and he does things that no one has done to RVD and was able to take things that nobody has taken from RVD and like kicked out of. So to me, like the whole idea of Jerry Lynn was a counter to what RVD was doing. So RVD had actual competition. And then he just caught fire. Like you're going to see in this match. And like we were talking about, he did moves where he protected people. This match is not one of them. These two just beat the hell out of each other. But they're both respective to each other, and they both love, like they have a brotherly love for each other outside of the ring.
That's a different vibe, bro. And people don't understand
exactly
that. When you're wrestling somebody who you've wrestled 1,000,000 times, you know what you can do and what you can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like these two knew each other and they understood each other. And like, yeah, it wasn't always perfect, but once again, as I say every single week, guys, this is ECW. I don't come here for perfect. So I think that was an interesting discussion right there for our AI-generated segment. What if Jerry Lynn had taken off? And once again, this is no disrespect to the man, because at the end of the day, one thing that I noticed is that on there it said, they talked about the Hall of Fame and everything, and they said this could have opened the door for him to be a mentor, agent, or trainer for future stars. And at the end of the day, we talk about what would happen if he took off, and if that's the end game there for somebody like him, well, guess what? He's already doing that. He's already an agent and trainer and mentor for future stars. So like at the end of the day, we can say what would have happened if Jerry Lynn had taken off. But at the same time, did he not? Is he not exactly where you thought he would be at this point in his career, and that's helping future stars? I argue Jerry Lynn is still great. I argue that Jerry Lynn is still great, but what would have happened if he had the same opportunities or same exposure as the others? We have somebody in the chat here, Levi McDaniel. Jerry Lynn's the fucking man and was cool as shit. Humble dude when I met him. Hell yeah, I love to hear that. Love to hear that. Thank you, Levi.
Yeah. Yeah, we're Levi. I don't know if you've been watching the whole show, but we are getting ready to watch Jerry Lynn versus RVD at ECW Hardcore Heaven. It is season 5 of ECW Hardcore Heaven, 1999. We are time stamped for 1 hour, 20 minutes, 52 seconds. In case you want to join up with us.
Join us.
Yes,
sure.
Especially if you've met Jerry Lynn, we would love to hear you continue those thoughts.
Please.
Because the Jerry Lynn, like Howse has heard for this past week, ever since I showed him, I absolutely adore everything Jerry Lynn did in the ring and what he did for ECW, because he really it's almost like he brought a new light under RVD at that time. It was just really cool to see, and to see someone counter Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Pay-Per-View, Mr. what the fuck ever you want to call him.
All those things, everything.
Yeah. So the Jerry Lynn holds a special place in my heart and my cousin's heart, who we all started our ECW journey with.
Awesome, man. And that's gonna be Levi, we got you. Okay, bring it back up. I'm sorry. I worked a small show, Jerry Lynn versus Justin Credible. Whoa, hardcore match in front of like 50 people, and he was out there killing it full throttle. That's amazing. That's an amazing story. That's amazing. That's so cool. Hell yeah, man. All right. So, Levi, we'll give you a couple minutes here to join us. We would love to have you come join us, man. So we're going to give you that opportunity because, Voice, we got to take a break. We got to pay a few bills. And when we do come back, we are going to jump into this ECW Watch Along.
We are back and ready to strike. This is our moment, our time to shine.
A-N-I-S. Anus. Bam. 800 points. That's game.
It's not how you spell anus.
I went to Ivy Tech for 2.5 years, bro. I can spell anus.
You know what? I know an expert in this field.
I think I know who you're talking about.
What are you guys doing? We gotta go play Harvest Fest. I'm in here getting all of our gear, and you guys are here playing Scrabble? Again?
You know what, Maddie? You can settle this for us.
Yeah. How do you spell anus?
I'm not going to settle another Scrabble discrepancy for you guys. That's the third time this week.
Calm down, Matty. Harvest Fest isn't until September 14th. Gates open at 4 p.m.
Yeah, at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Are you telling me that Harvest Fest X is not until September 14th? Featuring bands such as Fourth Among Midgets, Forgotten Ashes, Tight Like a Tiger, GPD, Resonates, and Patron? September 14th?
I'm hungry.
Shut up! There's gonna be food at Harvest Fest. The lunch break's coming down, and they're gonna make delicious burgers!
I'm not having fun anymore.
Fun? You wanna have fun? Well, I got a doozy for you, because the Kokomo Press is coming out, and they're gonna have stand-up comedians. We're talking Sean D., Pierce Clott, Michael Howard, Greg Lindberg, Alexa Eden, Davey Moomaw, Jordan Granger, Jacob Harder, Brian Allen West, and Dan Alton.
Say it, don't spray it.
Matty! Bro.
Since you put it that way, bro. You know, you're right. You guys... I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have blown off the handle like that. Here's how you spell anus. A-N-U-S. Just think about it like I do. The way I remember it, it's an United States, right? So, anyways, I'll see you guys September 14th at Harvest Fest X at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Bring a tent.
I don't get it. In United States.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House. And wait a minute, there it is. It's that time, y'all. That's right, it's time, you sons of bitches. It's time to get down. It is time to get extreme. It is time to take it back to an awesome time. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the 90s RVD, Jerry Lynn. We just had a great discussion about Jerry Lynn. These AI-generated segments have been so fire, bro. I am loving them. They always spark a great conversation, man. So, I'm going to throw it to the educator of Extreme here. He's going to take us down memory lane, give us a little bit of backstory here. Leading up to this match, Jerry Lynn, RVD, 1999. What do we got, boys?
All right, so fans, like I talked about earlier, this match is a second match to what Jerry Lynn, a lot of us have said, was his biggest mistake in ECW. He should have took the win. He should have got that win over RVD. He had the win. The ref agreed, but he asked for the 5 more minutes, and RVD came in and just destroyed Jerry Lynn. This one, it's a redemption match for Jerry Lynn. It's also a proving point for RVD to say, I can definitively beat Jerry Lynn in a manner of the time that is allowed and what is allowed in the ring. And it's ECW, so you know everything's allowed in the ring. This one goes into the crowd. This one gets everybody hyped. You actually hear the crowd turn and start cheering for Jerry Lynn. and RVD just amps it up and he goes in on it. It's a great match. Bill Alfonso's out there ringside blowing the whistle, getting whatever he needs. And again, fans are going to do a callback. Go check out our Bill Alfonso interview. Me and Howse had a great time, and you will love that interview. Bill Alfonso is a vibe all in himself.
Yes,
he could have been a promotion just by himself.
Yeah.
So go check that out. Stick with us on this one because you're gonna love this one. And I Levi, you mentioned Just Incredible. After this match is Just Incredible versus Sid Vicious. So in the continuance of our Sid Vicious stuff, that one goes into that. But yeah, this whole Hardcore Heaven 99, great pay-per-view. You're gonna love it. At the end, Taz goes up against Bubba Ray Dudley for the world title. So if you've never seen Bubba Ray do a world title match, that is a good one to watch. You would love that one. This whole pay-per-view was great. This match in itself, though, it really ignited the fact that the fans got behind Jerry Lynn, and for all the right reasons because of matches like this.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one because it is from their famous series of matches that they've had. And, man, I'm just fired up to actually watch this match. Hearing you talk about it, giving us the lead up to it, we're going to have our buddy Levi. So, Levi, if you're joining us, and, of course, anybody else out there in the household, if you guys are joining us, 1 hour, 20 minutes, 52 seconds, you'll see Jerry Lynn already in the ring. And we are ready to go. I'm going to give our countdown, and we'll go ahead and hit play. So 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. So Jerry Lynn's already in the ring. Here he comes. Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Pay-Per-View.
Yes.
He looked so healthy back then, too.
Yeah, man. Looks great.
Bill Alfonso actually looks healthy.
Man, Bill Alfonso, he just understood the role. He knew what a great manager.
Yeah, it's almost like God was like, hey, so Bill, when I send you into Earth, you're going to become a manager, and I just want you to be you, man.
Yeah, and that's, you know what?
All right, Daddy, I'll do it for you.
I think that's what I like so much about him is that he's just him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Himself turned up.
And
that's a vibe.
I think that's why we connected with him so much in that interview and before that interview. It was just he realized we were just us and he was just him.
Yep. It's awesome. Awesome when
this
you,
is also
when you connect with stars like that.
Exactly. This is also something I miss about wrestling. When the guy who knows that he's the best and he's very able to prove that, he comes out and taunts the fans. Full well knowing the fans are going to be cheering for him. He just comes out and taunts them. Like, the ECW's heel and face work was very unique. Very unique.
Bro, Jerry Lynn would pop off if he was in his prime right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just look at him. I mean, if I seen Jerry Lynn in an airport, I'd be like, that dude fucking wrestles.
He just looks like a wrestler. Like, he looks like a wrestler's wrestler.
Fucking love Bill.
I love him, man.
What the fuck is he doing standing on the second row?
Just being himself, bro. I love it.
He moves him ring announcer out of RVD's way.
Bro moves around like he was on crack. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Dude, and the whole crowd cheering your name. Just your 3 initials every time.
Yep. You're the man. Like, that guy's the man.
Bill didn't want to give up the title to the ref.
Because he's a
Work it out
fantastic
this
damn
way.
manager. Excellent work.
You gotta love a guy like that who just
I
understands.
do.
Like you said, he understands the assignment, knows
Yep.
what he's there for.
Yep.
Right down the middle, daddy.
And just he's just so good at being himself.
Very
A lot
true.
of guys don't get that. A lot of guys don't know
No.
are not good at being themselves. So that just always stands out to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny too. You start to notice it, like the more mature you get with your wrestling
Yeah.
viewing, you start to notice who's just themselves out there.
Yep.
I actually believe Sabu's a psycho, and he cooks chicken tenders like he just drop kicks them into the fucking oven. Like I could see that. And I could see Rob Van Dam getting stoned with every meal he makes. So like I'm believing this dude.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at these guys. This is it's just like, I think we were in the chat a few weeks ago, and you kind of felt like when Randy Orton and Gunther were in the ring together, you felt like, oh, that there's that aura that they're about to have a classic. You know what I'm saying? And they did.
Yeah.
That's what I feel with this one. Like watching them like size each other up, I'm like, oh yeah, they're about to fucking go.
Yeah. And then half the crowd split for RVD, half for Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments where they sensed it and they took that and ran with it in this match. I mean, just the back and forth ring work.
Yeah, I'm just watching the mat work, the back and forth. It's just, I'm like, all right, we're off to the races already.
I love these matches with these two. They always did sneaky pins to each other.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of getting rolled around, all of a sudden you're in a pin. You're like, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. It would be cool to talk to both of these guys about these matches.
God,
and really
It'd
just
be
pick
cool
their
to talk to
brain.
RVD, period.
Oh yeah, it would be. I think RVD's definitely a storyteller.
Yeah, he is. He you can tell from the matches that we've watched with him, he understands what he's supposed to do. He gets it. And I love this. I love this version of RVD, this cockier version of RVD. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows he's the man.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part about ECW RVD. The pure cockiness of him, but able to pull off everything. And see,
Oh God! Look at him go.
yeah,
Here we go. Oh man. I hope you guys are watching with us, because the way they just went, that was a thing of beauty. That was beautiful.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. That Jerry Lynn was the counter to RVD. Like
Yeah.
RVD, in normal matches, he would have hit that dude 20 times with all of those things. But with Jerry Lynn, it wasn't that capable. He wasn't capable of doing that because Jerry Lynn had a counter, something that was one more up, and then all of a sudden RVD, boom. He fucking counters Jerry Lynn's counter.
Oh, this crowd
Caleb
is in.
Sample chiming in. He is a legend for sure. I love RVD. Me too.
Hey, yes.
RVD was
yes.
he was fantastic. Still is a fantastic human.
Yeah. I love him. Like, he just seems like he is now who he always has been. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
he's a great wrestler. He loves to smoke weed. He don't seem to bother nobody, and he got a wife and a girlfriend. So like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's a legend, bro.
He's just living the cool life for RVD.
Yeah,
And
man.
you know, you can't fault him. He ain't hurting nobody.
Nope, he ain't hurting the soul, bro. I love me some RVD for sure. Yeah, RVD.
You know,
he's always one of my favorites. Always a personal favorite of mine as well. RVD.
I wonder if wrestling promotions, if they were more weed friendly back in the day, if RVD would be highlighted in a more favorable light. You see what I'm going with on this one?
I was watching the match. Say again. Bring that.
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, if promotions back in the day were more weed friendly, do you think RVD would have been highlighted? In more.
Yes. He would have been the face. I just like let's talk about it. Like if there was a time where like weed is like, well, we are in that time where weed is like heavily like promoted and whatnot and everything. He's the face of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Riddle could have been the face of it. Had he, think he could have been that guy. You know what I'm saying? But like RVD, yes, if they would have been more friendly in that day and age, you got a face of that. So yeah, I think he would have been definitely. He would have been like the Snoop Dogg of wrestling, bro.
True. I agree with you on that one.
Oh, and look at RVD's eye.
That spinning back fist that Jerry Lynn just gave, RVD caught a majority of it. And it just gashed open that eye. I think that's why that monkey flip coming out had a little extra on it.
Yeah. Little receipt.
Yeah. You'll see that in quite a few moves in this match. They did respect each other, but you could definitely tell that there was some
gushing, bro.
Yeah, he's fucking
leaking,
got it.
Bro.
Yeah, if you're a fan out there after our watch along, go back and if you didn't catch it, you can see it. It lands directly right on that eye. And if you look at Jerry Lynn's elbows, those ain't soft fat elbows. Those are crisp razor blade elbows.
That boy got sharp elbows.
Hey fans, if you're out there and you ever want to have fun at your work, just tell somebody they got fat elbows. An elbow cannot be fat. Okay, let's just preface that. The surrounding can be, but the elbow itself is a bone. People will lose their mind.
Oh.
There's that beautiful counter by Jerry Lynn getting right out of the way.
My God.
But the back and forth.
Oh,
boom.
Drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick from the second rope. He ain't done. This is Jerry Lynn, fans. Strap in and get ready to see this.
Oh, my God. Oh, he caught air.
He did, too. And that's just them warming up, guys. It takes a while for these two to start pulling out the tables and things like that, but they come out. Don't you worry. Look at that. Only in the 90s can you be gushing blood and someone with one of those fucking rolling cameras right in your face.
Man. What a time. Oh.
Big drop kick.
Yeah, that drop kick. Ooh. Oh. Hung him up in those ropes. Oh.
Beautiful guillotine off that top.
Was that the first pinfall of the whole damn match? I think it was.
Second.
Second. Okay, got it. I must have missed the first.
He snuck it. RVD snuck in that.
Oh, yes. I do remember earlier in the match. Yep. Kind of almost like a backslide-ish.
Exactly. And that's what I was talking about with they would sneak in little pins throughout their little moves that they were going back and forth with. Oh, shit. What's Lynn doing?
Oh, my God. That bulldog.
Second rope bulldog.
That was one of the
put a little extra on
bulldogs. It. Yeah.
I love the way these two played to the crowd too throughout the match.
Man, I swear, Jerry.
Crowd's behind.
He had, oh.
Ooh. Alfonso getting involved. Uh-oh, what are we about to see? Van Daminator?
Oh, he missed it. Oh. Chair right to the head.
and you heard the fans boo. They did not enjoy that chair shot. Ooh, right to the concrete.
My God, his face smacks on that. Look at Bill Alfonso.
Yeah. You're right, Jones. That was some nasty work there.
Hype. My man, hype. Look at RVD. He's gushing blood. Jerry Lynn is on the floor. These filthy ECW arena floors.
You can't.
Beer
you
and
can't tell me
nacho cheese
that
everywhere.
Yeah, this is not sanitary on that floor. I think there's like a pool of RVD's blood over there too by Jerry Lynn.
It was too, yeah.
So there's just a lot going on this floor.
Oh, wait a minute. This man is hardly moving at all.
Yeah. Bill Alfonso, where's that competition?
Oh, he's leaking. He's leaking.
Everybody's bleeding in this one.
He had to deadweight this man in the ring. This is this is like he is carting around a dead body. This is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are watching them.
Yeah. I hope you're tuning into this one.
Look at this. Ow!
And you can only imagine Jerry Lynn just woke up from being unconscious.
Yeah,
and now he's getting thrown into a guardrail. And he's like, wait, what?
Oh, man.
I was listening to a match that Bubba Ray was talking about, and apparently he got knocked out in the middle of it, and Jericho had to tell him all his spots to hit. And he was like, how do I do that?
Oh, no.
I'll send the link.
Oh, my God. Oh.
RVD just diving into the crowd. Wow. Those chairs did not give one bit either.
Jesus. Look at these guys.
Who has a sign that just says "Got Beaver"?
There's
a guy right behind RVD that just says "Got Beaver."
Oh, that I see it.
Ooh. Beautiful drop kick.
Man.
RVD retreating back into the ring.
Yes. Look at his face, bro. Look at Jerry Lynn's face.
Yeah, he smacked hard on that concrete.
I'm telling you, he was knocked out. He had to have been. He had to have been knocked out.
I think this is the match, but I believe RVD gets knocked out in the middle of it too.
Really?
I believe that this is this one.
Oh God, ECW, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got this one because this one is gonna go crazy. It's already been going crazy, up and over. My God, turn it around, pinfall. Nope. What an incredible mix of hardcore and technical all in one match, and some high flying as well. A little bit of everything. Up, he's going.
Oh
up.
yeah.
He's gonna go up there, Alabama Slam.
Such a gnarly move. Rolling Thunder.
Oh
nope.
My God.
Ah. Right to the bridge of the nose.
He said, no, you're going to stay down. You're going to take this Rolling Thunder. No, I'm not. Oh, he moves.
Dude, he took that heel right to the nose.
Oh.
That thing's got to be broke.
Oh, my God.
You can't tell me that thing's not broke.
It looks broken, bro. Yeah, he got Triple H nose now, bro. This is crazy.
yeah, he does. Still going, though.
Oh, he was going for the... Oh, Northern Lights!
Beautiful.
Oh, almost a tornado DDT, and he turned it into a Northern Lights. That was gorgeous.
The RVD looks pale in the face.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of blood around his eye area, bro.
Yeah, like he's... Someone should check on his ass.
Look at him. Oh, my God. I can't even recognize Jerry Lynn anymore.
I know, he looks like he's just been in a car wreck. That fucking nose is not the same after this one.
No. Oh, my God. Bro out here looking like Kenny Omega. Like, what? Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, that powerbomb. Oh, my God.
Bam. That was beautiful.
Jesus.
Jerry Lynn from the top row gave RVD a power bomb.
Oh.
Oh.
They are going. This is insane.
Dude. Even the guys at the ringside kind of looked at that one like,
yeah, that
God
clothesline was
damn.
nasty. Nasty.
Here we go. We're getting our first table. Courtesy of Jerry Lynn. And yes, fans, if you hear that whistle, that is Bill Alfonso. That's how you know he's still at ringside.
Man, it might be recency bias because we're watching it, but this might be my favorite one we've watched out of all of them. There's been a lot of great ones. These guys are destroying and doing everything. Oh.
Up and over RVD, over the guardrail to Jerry Lynn. This is the second time Jerry Lynn's had the courtesy of taking a seat during this match in the crowd.
He needs it, bro.
Yeah, well, he's taking full advantage of it, too.
Oh, he's trying to go night-night.
Look at that lady right next to her. She's like, wait, I've seen what he does with the chair. Oh!
Oh, my God.
Dude, he got crumbled. His body just said, I ain't working no more.
This is, my God, what an incredible match I'm watching right now, man. Jesus, I know, I mean, you know these matches are legendary, but then actually going back and watching them and actually taking the time, and it's like, yeah, I see why everybody says that. That's deserved. That's deserved.
Exactly. I just, these were matches that really, like, opened my eyes to wrestling.
Yeah. Oh. No. Oh.
RVD goes right into it. Absolutely no padding on those corners whatsoever.
These guys, they can't be the same after this match.
Van Dam is fighting that with all his might.
He is.
He does not want to do this spot.
Oh, no. Don't do nothing. Okay.
Oh,
Shit.
his ass.
Look at him. He is laying there like when Peter gets knocked out on Family Guy with his arm behind his back and stuff like that and his leg turning in a different direction. That's what that looked like. Jesus.
He turned into a fucking meme for like a reality show that they just watch clips from the internet for.
Good God. RVD is barely walking. He can barely...
He's trying to figure out where he is and what his next move is about to be. He's got the Frankenstein walk.
He's going there for Jerry. Irish whip.
Right into the guardrails again.
Yeah. This is ECW, man. I love this shit.
Oh shit, what's it? You're outside, bud. Oh, RVD showing why he Mr. Monday Night.
Oh!
Right on the guardrail.
Yes.
That's got to knock the wind out of you. Every
to.
time he does it. It just has to. Lynn. I think Bill Alfonso's like smelling salt for RVD.
Yeah.
Every time Bill gets over there and tells him how great he is, RVD just gets another win.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, look at him. He's like he hasn't been hit now.
And that's why he's a great manager.
Yes. Manager of champions. You want to be a champion? Get Bill Alfonso in your corner.
Yep.
Just don't turn into Taz because he'll turn on you. And he'll bring Sabu and RVD to do that. Alfonso on the outside, calling for the chair.
Whoa. Why with the flip? But why?
Because that's the razzle dazzle. That's what you need. You need that extra. And here's the thing, though. He positioned the chair as if he was going to do something with it, but you added a
That's
flip.
what took me out, bro.
And it had nothing to do with this.
We're going back. Oh, we're going back up top again, over where this table is.
Jerry Lynn's fighting like he don't want to go this time.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hell of a close one.
Good reversal by RVD.
Yeah, that was great.
Totally blocked a tornado DDT to the outside onto a table, which all you're going to hit is concrete. Oh!
Did he mean to do a springboard? Because I think he was supposed to do a springboard.
I think so, but like that's normally what he sets up for when he does that. He does a springboard onto the top, usually a split-legged whatever. It
felt like he might have missed the rope.
Either that or he just wanted to come down aggressively on Jerry Lynn.
This match is continuing. He's in the corner now. Jerry Lynn's getting Irish whipped. Here comes Bill Alfonso again, another chair.
Yeah, he loves a good chair.
He does.
Lynn, though, getting the advantage.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Uh-oh.
Oh!
Damn! That table is exploded, bro.
And yes, this back to what I was saying. This is the match that you see it now. RVD is unconscious right now. The back of his head hits that guardrail on the bottom.
Oh.
He's out right now.
Yeah, bro. He's asleep, bro.
Like a motherfucker sleeping. He's probably snoring right now.
Oh, man.
Look at that chest just going up and down like he's deep in sleep. Bill, there he's coming too. Hey.
Oh, he was out for a second.
There's a boot to the head. Hey, you just came back to reality. Here you go.
Boot right to your face. Look at him. He don't. Jesus. Oh my God. They're gonna do.
There's the replay.
Bro. That was
so it
nasty.
hits a piece of wood that is lodged up there with the guardrail, and his head just bounced right off of that.
Oh my God, the carnage. And he kicked out. Ooh.
That one guy in the front row looks like he's witnessed a murder. His butt. That dude looks terrified.
You talking about the guy in the red?
Yup.
He was like, what am I watching? Oh, he swung it. Nobody home. Oh, right there. Oh, my God. No. Oh.
He just Sabu threw that fucking chair in Alfonso's face. And Alfonso was smiling the whole time.
He took it like a champ.
Oh, I miss ECW.
Man.
When have you ever seen a manager get a chair thrown in their face? Oh, damn. That was a bicycle kick to the top rope.
Uh-oh, another chair.
RVD in a good chair.
Uh-oh. Where are we going here?
He just, every time he gets Jerry Lynn, it looks like he's wanting to murder him.
Yeah.
Oh, reversal.
Oh, my God.
And the crowd chimes in with the "you fucked up" chant.
Yeah, we've heard it before. And kick out at 2. They was going for something. Maybe a top rope belly suplex onto the chair there.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like they were
That would have been
sizing up for.
Oh, damn! Hot damn!
Yup, did it right back to RVD.
And he kicked out.
This was the counter to RVD. Whatever RVD could do, it was said that Jerry Lynn can do it, can reverse it. So Jerry Lynn hitting the first Van Daminator to RVD. RVD finally feeling what it's like to get a Van Daminator.
Oh man. Whoa. They're trying to clean it up, though. They're trying to clean it up. Oh, yep, they cleaning it up. Yep.
And we're like 15 minutes into a highly physical match.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. Look, and he held it. He held that hook that he had for that pile driver. Was able to just get that one extra moment where he can get the leverage over RVD.
Yeah.
Only got a 2 count, but still. He was able to counter what RVD was doing, which honestly in the tradition, exactly what I was going to say. This is exactly what you want to do to RVD if you're going to beat him back in this time.
Here we go.
There it is, split-legged moonsault, beautiful.
Clean. In the cover, no.
He is in La La Land.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching this, you're watching in a fantastic match, just like myself and the voice Josh. My God.
These are great matches. This feud was amazing. Go back and rewatch it.
Ooh. Got him in that dragon.
Nope.
Oh.
Boom.
Leg drop. Big
Finally hit that. He hasn't been able to hit that one all match long.
He's going up.
5-star.
Oh!
5-star frog splash turning in midair. That's God damn, I love RVD.
He hooked it.
Oh, Jerry Lynn rolled him up.
And this is still going.
Yeah.
Oh, he clapped his ass with that one. Damn.
You went just when you thought you kept Bill Alfonso down. He grabs a chair.
He's up again. Another one.
Ooh. He even went higher on that one.
Wow.
There you go. There's your win, RVD. Big frog splash at the end. Like a frog splash with intention to hurt.
Yeah. That was insane. What a match.
Look how when was the last time you seen RVD this exhausted after a match?
I can't.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And these were the greatest matches of RVD's career, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but Jones is chiming in with some emojis. Oh, frog splash.
Yeah.
I got you, Jones. You are a clever emoji worker.
My God, that was insane. What an incredible match. We know about, any wrestling fan, that's kind of worked their salt, knows about their legendary feud. And this was just a great match. Great match.
Did you see RVD slap him with the strap?
Yeah.
Trying to get his attention. There you go.
Yep.
That's when you get the ultimate respect.
Yep.
And you could tell RVD knew that he's met a special opponent in Jerry Lynn.
Yep.
And just what they can bring to a match. I mean, we just witnessed it. Tell me that wasn't a fantastic back and forth.
Incredible. That was a great match. I mean, I loved what it brought to the table. I loved what Bill Alfonso brought to the table. I love the physicality. I love the high-flying action. I love how it got technical. We saw some hardcore. This match had a little bit of everything, and it made it one of my favorite ones that we've watched since we started this watching this year.
Good, because I love these ones. These and like we've talked about, when we go into the watching like their weekly shows that they were doing. This is a feud that is still in those shows, and it just wasn't for a pay-per-view. There was legit Jerry Lynn and RVD matches on a Friday night. You didn't have to watch a pay-per-view. You could actually see them fight each other on a Friday night, and it's just I absolutely love ECW and what they bring, and this feud in itself is just, it's remarkable, the amount of fantastic wrestling we got to see with those two.
These two, I'm watching the highlights here as it's ending with, and just everything that they did in this match. So many highlights came from this match, and it made it great to see. It made it a great view. There should be no question, especially if you guys out there in the household watching with us, why people speak so highly of this match series between these two phenomenal athletes.
Yeah, I mean this showed it all in one match.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, and I really thought that it was great. And this was a great watch along, man. I mean, it was a vibe. We had a great, Jerry Lynn heavy type episode. I'm glad we did, man, because, I feel like he don't get talked about enough. And it was great to not only have that conversation about him and see what would happen if he would have rose through the rankings as some of the other, more well-known wrestlers, that went through in WCW and then eventually WWE and finding their own paths and finding their own ways through that, which many in that time in that specific era did. So it was great to ask what it would be like and see what it would be like if he actually took off, but also understanding at the same light that he's still giving back to the business. He's probably happy with what he's built for himself, and he's a man that many, many, many people in the business heavily respect. So at the end of the day, I think that's success in itself, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, honestly, if we think about it, you don't hear anything from Jerry Lynn in a negative light. Mm-hmm. You only hear positive things from him, and for him to be a part of a promotion and doing whatever it is backstage, whether it's recruiting new people or just being there to give a veteran take on a situation, he's a key element to have. The 90s and early 2000s were definitely Jerry Lynn's best eras. Go back, check out all that stuff. You're gonna seriously be impressed and wonder. You might actually wonder the exact same question me and Howse had. Why did Jerry Lynn fall off? We witnessed what he can do, and that's just a snippet of what he's done in matches. And go back, check out his stuff, and you let us know. If you get onto our socials, be like, hey, that Jerry Lynn match you guys did for ECW Watch Along, here's my thoughts, and we'll highlight it. We'll go back to it and bring it back because I'm interested in knowing other people's thoughts on that.
Yeah. Me too. I would love to open up that type of dialogue for Jerry Lynn and see what it was, if somebody can lead us more and we can dig that. I'm cool with going down rabbit holes as far as stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing what's up, and it would be even sweeter if we can somehow get linked up with Jerry Lynn. That'd be great too.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just sit down and talk to the man and really, and highlight it. So yeah, that'd be sweet. But like I said, this episode was sweet. It was dope. It was great. I'm loving these ECW watch alongs. They're becoming a pivotal part of what we're doing here at In Your House. And that pivotal part is also attributed to the man, the voice, Josh Joseph. And man, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor right now so you can let everybody out there in the household know where they can catch you at and what you're doing.
All right, so fans, household, window lickers, grunts, friends, my friends, everybody's friends. You can catch me coming up on Sunday. I'm going to be house partying it up with my friends at IYH, so come join us, hear what we have to talk about because, well, we're just a group of guys who like to talk, and we got an Annie O who likes to give her opinion too, so come check out what she's doing. After that, though, come hang out with me and Grunt on Monday. we do a Monday Night Raw preview show where we really talk about the things that we like to talk about with Raw. It's usually 3 subjects, added in a Grun talk because we love to get Grun running and ranting because that's what Grun does, and he does it well. So come join us on those moments. We love to hear what you have to say. We have a special guest coming up this Monday, so be there to check it out. First time guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is right now because I kind of want you to join on things and, be a part of things that we do, like, I don't know, this thing. Come join the Discord.
Yes.
We drop information that other people don't get to see until maybe day of when we're doing this stuff. But if you come to our Discord, you can catch out where everything is because it's all separated and it allows you to digest what IYH is doing very well. So come join us, have some fun there. You can also catch me here every Friday with my friend Howse, the man who has built the playground in which I get to come and play and be extreme in. He doesn't give me any rules. He just says, don't get me less viewers, get me more viewers. I just do what I do. Where we go, me and Howse, we go back in a DeLorean, we call up Doc and we say, take us to the 90s because we want to get extreme with the ECW legends, and me and Howse run through a match. Soon you will see we're going to dive into more. It's going to be a little more with the TV episodes that they did. Yep. We're going to dive into the more of the storylines because we think that you guys out there in the household would really like that. And I know you will because ECW storylines were gripping, compelling, and something to be a part of. So come check me out on all 3 of those dates and just have some fun with IYH. Join us in the Discord. Drop any thoughts you have. It's all separated. You can drop them very strategically, start a feud with Jones. That's always fun. So come hang out with IYH and all we do. We absolutely adore you guys and thank you for being a part of what we're creating.
Yes, absolutely, man. Well said by the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph. And guys, you already know what I got going on, but a lot of what we got going on here as a team, it's this right here. This light right here. Live on location house party coming soon, September 15th. We're going to drop it. We're going to announce what it is. You guys are going to love it. Come and join us. Also on that episode, that's going to be a really big episode, y'all. Really big episode because not only are we going to be announcing the where we're doing this thing at, this live on location situation, that's going to be fantastic. Also, we're going to have the veteran Jack Vaughn come on and join us. That's going to be great. Love everything that guy does. So it's going to be awesome to have him on the show. It's going to be a vibe.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's a really big episode, man. It's going to be awesome.
It is.
But, man, everything that we do here. My man already told you what he does on Mondays. Window Liquors, they do all kinds of great work over there when it comes to Monday Night Raw in their preview show. And then Grun gets a subject that he talks about. And, man, he gets deep into it. Grun is really doing well as a podcaster for sure. On Wednesdays, our guys over there, our guys, The Voice and Grun, they set us up. They give us the alley-oop, and myself and Annie, we dunk the damn ball and put it in the hoop with the Raw Deal with Howse and O'Neal, where we talk about all the things that happened on that past Monday Night Raw, and it makes for a great situation what we do here at In Your House. I love it. Fridays are awesome because I get a chance to do these ECW Watch Alongs. The ECW Watch Along series has been a great joy. We've been doing it for, I think it might have been like 2 months now. I think we're 2 months in now to this to this series, and it has been great. Definitely a staple on our Fridays now. It is awesome that everything is going on. Grun, check out what Grun is doing. He's doing his thing on his Friday night SmackDown preview show, Grun's Room. Check him out. Then on Sunday, we get as much of the team together as we possibly can. And, man, it's great to have everybody on there. And, actually, my man Hype right down here, right down there, check out his smoke sesh. He just dropped a new smoke sesh there. Check that out. It's about 12 to 15 minutes where it's just like you're smoking out with my boy. You know what I'm saying? You might be on a break at work. You might just need to let him give you just a little bite-sized boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? As they say in New York, wah. You know, get you a little bite-sized situation there and get some news as far as wrestling goes. I really like what he's doing there, and it really fits well with the way Hype thinks and the way he works and the way he has his finger on the pulse of all like the latest wrestling news. So that lane fits him perfectly. Check those out when he does them. It's really awesome. But yeah, just over here, man, doing my thing here at In Your House. Next week I'll be at Wrestle Arts, then back at Emerge Wrestling on September 14th. And then September 11th will be for Wrestle Arts. That's going to be a great show here in Indianapolis. Can't wait for that one. And then I get a chance to go back to Columbus and go back to the table and do a little color commentary because I love me some Emerge Wrestling. It's going to be great, and I love being at the table and having the best seat in the house for some of the best wrestling that you're going to see in the Midwest, ladies and gentlemen. That's Emerge 81, and that is Fight for Freedom, and that's going to be a great, great one. But, guys, you already know, if you want to follow me or follow anything that we do, follow us at In Your House Wrestling Podcast. Give us a follow. And, guys, that's HOWSE. And the W stands for work. So, for The Voice, Josh Joseph. For Hypocrisy Jones. For Divinely Designed, Annie O'Neill. For The Grundmeister. For the world's most dangerous podcaster, Paragon, I am Alakan, the Concept House. Here to remind you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con, in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pump and see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.